Yo, 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 it's your boy Smoggie here once again on Season 1, Episode 3 of Real Talk with Smoggie. So tonight I would like to present to you my co-host Fobs and my guest of the night, Sousa Imageworks.
Oh, how we doing?
Yeah. So how we doing tonight, guys?
What's going on? Doing good.
Not bad. So how's your day been so far?
Coolish.
Oh man,
It's been a lot of rain. A lot of rain,
man.
huh?
Aggravating day.
Yeah, I'm already sure about that one.
Look at me. I didn't even
Listen, I walked out to my car today, and now this is after all night, all day, and look inside, everything is drenched. My backpack with hard drives, computers, all my seats from the front to the back, just drenched, man.
Well, let me tell you something. You work at a car dealership. Isn't the detail shop open there?
I'm gonna be honest with you right now. I don't think there's a detail shop open right now. They're on appointment only right now.
Shit.
There's two people doing everything right now over there, and it's by appointment only. So
Well, that means a lot of scrub it up yourself, man.
Most likely.
All right, so on to the show now. So I'd like to present to you guys my buddy Elder. He's the CEO, owner of Image Sousa Works Productions. So for those of you who already know him, for those of you who don't know him, you're going to get to know him a little bit tonight. So basically his work is the line of photography. He has some crazy visions, which we're going to be going on, showing you guys some portraits and photos that he takes and explain the stories a little bit about that. But before all that, I like to rewind a little bit back to Elder's past. For those of you who don't know, Elder back in the day actually used to be a beat maker.
Okay.
He used to produce music back in the day, which he's actually cousins with
Hot Seller Productions.
Hot Seller Productions.
Hot
That's
Seller
right.
Productions. Well, I like that name.
Productions.
Hot Seller Productions.
It was in a basement.
It was in a basement.
It was in a basement.
Some of the best work gets done in a basement.
Yeah.
Hey,
Some of
absolutely.
the best work.
Yeah.
Or in an attic, too. they say.
Absolutely.
Either a basement or an attic. You know what I mean?
Listen, many years we did some of our best work and our best lyrical stuff in a basement.
Yeah.
So I can definitely see where you're coming from.
Yeah. I worked at a studio with Al Mendes.
Al Mendes, yeah.
Okay.
Yep. He had a
Okay.
little studio in his basement. Actually, I met him through Milton. And really good guy. Like, honestly, great guy.
Now, was
Is he
that
still
where you
on
were
top?
making all your beats, or you were
Yep.
producing it out of your own spot?
There, and then after that, I made a little home studio. I couldn't do vocals, but Milton was right downstairs, so we do the vocals down there. A lot of the stuff didn't make a lot of money, a lot of splash, nothing really big, you know. Got to the point I was a little egotistical with my music, where people would come and they'd want to be like, oh, you know, I want that, blah, 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 I'll give you $20. Nah, man, like, I'm not gonna do that. I was an asshole.
'Cause-
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Well,
you know what I mean?
No, you weren't. No, you weren't.
Milton
You know
will
what I mean?
tell you, man.
It's-
Like, you put a lot of time
Yeah.
and passion
It's your product.
into it. It's your product.
Yeah.
You
It's
know
your
what I mean?
product. It's your name
So
out there.
You obviously got to get reimbursed a little bit for
Yeah.
the efforts you're putting into it.
Yeah,
you know
but
what
my
I mean?
ego was a little like I had a meeting with somebody and they're like, oh, what are you going to do with it? It'll stay on my computer where it's been
Well, here's the
all
thing.
this time.
Can I
You
say
know?
something? I think I know where you're coming from. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, of course, but
Yeah.
if, in my opinion, as an artist,
Yeah.
because I don't look at the music that we do as anything else but art,
Yep.
essentially, and it's my name on there.
Exactly.
So if I'm going to do anything, I'm going to make sure that it's something, one, that I like,
Yeah.
and two, that's going to be the best product that it can be.
Yeah.
Essentially. So is that somewhere like where you were coming from when you say, you know, you felt you got a little egotistical about it? You know.
It's like you get defensive of your children.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You just don't want to let it go.
No, of course.
Like, at least in the old country, they'd give you like a goat for your daughter. Like, you know what I mean? Like here, it's like $20 is like, you know what I mean? And it was an ego thing. It was definitely an ego thing. And to be honest with you, I'm happy because
Hey, but-
if it wasn't for me being that way, I probably wouldn't.
But
be doing
during
what I'm
that
doing.
time, you know, you actually produced some beats for some big name artists.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And including Sandro G. So for those of you, I don't know if any of you guys out there know Sandro G. He's a Portuguese rap artist. He's later going to be on one of our shows. We're already in talks with him. But Elder actually produced a few of his beats for, what album was it?
What album was it, Milton? Brincadeira was it?
Brincadeira, yeah.
Yeah.
Brincadeira.
Yep, I
So,
did Cerveja,
Cerveja.
and I did Avo.
in Avo.
Yeah.
Which I actually have a video of Avo over here, which we're going to be showing in a minute. Which you produced a beat to that.
Yeah.
You actually did that at Al Mendy's house, or you did it with Milton?
Nope. I did that in my bedroom.
You did that in your bedroom. Now,
And then
you play
Milton-
piano, or were you using like a trigger
Samples.
pad?
There's some samples. Mario Rodrigues in it. I chopped up. I put the beginning of the phrase at the end in the middle. I chopped it up a bit, and then some Portuguese guitars in there. I wanted to make it as authentic as possible.
Now, you played the guitars yourself? or-
I played the bass.
The bass?
The bass. I played the bass, and then some other songs I played some riffs, but not exactly on that
That's
one.
right, man. I used to love it when you used to play with a freaking that. Was it blue guitar?
Oh yeah, it was a Fender.
Yeah.
Fender?
It was a Fender. Yeah. 2 strings.
2 strings.
2 strings.
That was
And
it.
it was backwards.
Hey, no, that was
Really?
the bass.
Oh,
no, that was the bass.
That was the bass.
The bass, I actually took a razor blade and cut the fret so that way the thicker strings could fit in the thin opening. Flipped it upside down. I was a Portuguese Jimi Hendrix. I was like playing. I played the bass. I do that. So it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it.
Absolutely.
I enjoyed it. It was something I played in the marching band since I was 6 years old. You know, that's where I learned everything. And then, and I still love music, man. I still love music. You know, it's just something I really, really love. I love to listen to it. I wish I had the patience to do it more, but now like the photography is I just love it so much.
No,
And-
absolutely.
And the thing is with the photography, I get more of a satisfaction about it because music is so subjective. If you don't like country, I don't care if you have the best country song in the world. No, but a guy who likes rock isn't going to like
Is
it.
not going to exactly.
Photography, even though you might be, oh, that's a little morbid. Oh, I really wouldn't do things. But you know what? That's a good photo. You know, and
Every
that's
photo
what-
tells its story.
Exactly,
You know what I mean?
and that's
So-
what I love about it. I love telling the story, but the story is something different for everybody.
No, absolutely.
It's just like a song.
Yeah,
And it's a little bit
absolutely.
easier for you as well now. I mean, music, I feel like you're very stationary to where you need to perform your artwork.
Yeah.
With photography, I feel like you can, you feel the inspiration. You're there.
Exactly.
You have your camera on you.
Exactly.
It's done right there, and now it's going on to the process
Exactly.
of going through the actual pictures now.
It's almost like I said, it's like with music, you stay in a lane usually. If you're a hip hop artist, you do hip hop. With photography, you're a landscape photographer. You can do landscaping, you can do wildlife, you can do
Or you can be versatile and
and
it
do
all.
everything.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. You're going to have one that you kind of gravitate to.
Yep.
You're always going to have that, but you can try the different schools of photography when you're a photographer, you know? So.
But yeah, man. But going back into that, man, like I felt like all the beats that you've made, because I've heard a lot of your beats,
Yeah.
like it portrayed like a story to it, like the feeling
Yeah.
of it, like it had a lot of feeling and emotion. And like that song you produced, like I was going back to that with Sandro G, you
Yeah.
produced that song Avo,
Yeah.
which I like to show a clip of the viewers so they can see a little bit of your artwork.
Yeah.
So we're going to show you guys the video. I'd like you guys to give a little feedback of what you think of the beat and the artist also, because we're going to be having the artist here one of these weeks on the show. So it goes a little something like this.
Vai conhecer tão pobre. Só tenho par de sapatos, minha avó só tinha trocos. Isso é dos cantos do meu voo, bando meu e foi embora. Meu pai, com 4 anos já volto para cá escola, minha avó a trabalhar. Espera que nem vou. Querida, não chores, eu já vou para os Açores. Ela fala nesses dias tão tristes e sedutos. Quer beijo e não se não vê tanto amor. Querida, não chora e limpa essas lágrimas. Ela vira-se para mim e pega um beijo na minha cara. E o meu avô quando foi embora não pensou no meus quis. E o meu pai lá em casa espera e isso é triste. Eu não sei como é que um homem abandonou os seus filhos. Isto foi nada para ti e tu e vim e tem. Tá tranquilo, meu avô, eu só queria dizer que as palavras da minha avó eu não posso esquecer. Quer dizer que isso não foi tão fácil. Tu foste a única que deste-me a vida quando perdi o meu braço. Deixa-me pedir um favor, querida mãe, o meu amor. Não se chore e te vivo mais fruto do sul. Eu tenho saudades dos dias que tu metias na cama. Eu acordava o outro dia e estavas lá ao meu lado. A boneca tão linda, cabelo até brilha. Minha mãe é tão linda que mais fruto do jardim. É representas e vende respeito ao teu mãe. Se só tens é só rima, só presta atenção. Isto aqui é verdade, as palavras do pai. Muito obrigado e recebe palmas para o rap e o fado. A minha mãe cantava quando limpava a casa. Era quase todos os dias, bad tempo se já passa. O meu avô, querido avô, eu só queria dizer que as palavras da minha avó eu não posso esquecer. Nos pobres as só tem o que é dado. Isso é triste, o Santo Cristo não faz um milagre. Na igreja estão os velhos, estão tomando o nosso Senhor. Estão rezando frente, estão passando os seus dores. Amanhã eu termoto mais um que vai ser enterrado. É que cá tu estás bem, tu tens Deus ao teu lado. E a noite é escuro, o vento é na janela. É a malha sendo a velha do céu, isso é para ela.
What's up, people? All right, so first time watching that, and I'm going to be honest with you. We were talking while the mics were off, and you said when you made that song, you know, it was a very dark song. And when you heard that a music video was done without your knowledge, you were kind of a little, you know.
Yeah, I was upset.
So here's the thing.
So you are obviously
watching that for the first time. That video matched those lyrics, matched the beat perfect.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yep, Louis Cavallo
production.
Yeah, Louis Cavallo.
Louis Cavallo.
Man, honestly, like Milton told me, and I was upset because, and there I go again, because I wasn't kind of, which is stupid to say, like nobody asked me my opinion. Like it's stupid. I shouldn't. Nobody came in and told me, okay, this is what you're going to do with the music. This is what we want you to do with the music. What right did I have to say? This is what you guys need to do with the video.
Well, I can see where you were coming from in one sense, though, because you know that's your baby. Like it's like you were saying, that's your baby.
Yeah.
Like you have yourself invested in that.
Yeah.
I would say time. I would say money. I would say anything else. But at the end of the day, it's yourself.
Yeah.
You invested yourself. a piece of you into that song, essentially. So I could see where you were
Well,
coming
that's what a lot of producers nowadays. You know
Dude,
what I mean?
I'm
Like
the
even
same
with,
way.
with Milton,
I'm the same
he's
way,
got to
right?
have his passion and feel
Yeah.
into what he's doing.
Yeah.
And you got to be on that same page in
Yeah.
order for that artwork to
Yeah.
be the way it's supposed to be portrayed.
Yeah,
You know?
Yep. And to be honest, I'm happy they didn't ask me because it wouldn't have came out like that. That is just, that's just something that.
No, that was a great
Hey,
video,
like
man.
honestly, first time I saw it, I was like, yeah, man. I said, yeah,
Yeah, it was awesome.
yeah. I'm happy I didn't have input. Like put it this way, because that was just, it was awesome. It was awesome. It was perfect.
They actually took a trip to San Miguel to go film that freaking video.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah, that is great, man.
Yep.
All right, man. So let's start talking a little hot topics here, because that's what the show is all about. Real talk, talk a little hot topics.
Real talk with Smoggie.
So I know we got a whole pandemic going on in the world now with this whole COVID-19. You know, it's always good to be informed, up to date on it.
I'm disappointed with the rally today. But
It was a little crazy, bro. Like I drove by a few times. Don't get me wrong. And I know Elder took some pictures of
Yeah.
the rally today, which is being portrayed on the live, so you guys can see it on the bottom little screen.
Now, what was this rally
all,
about?
That's all photography from Elder.
To get people back.
So
to work.
basically, the rally, what it's all about is opening
Reopen
up the
America.
economy again,
Yeah.
reopening America.
All right, I feel, me personally, in my opinion, I feel like we're not ready to be opening up America yet.
Yeah.
In my personal opinion, but that's also because I have kids, and what terrifies me most is, you know, sending them back to daycare, sending them back to school. I mean, I'm glad that public schools in New Bedford are now closed officially for the rest of the year, but I'm not ready to open up America again. Not even close.
Well, it's not about being ready, because right now we're going by the news media, social media. We're being fed all these different kind of stories, and people are going crazy. They're panicking, bro, because they don't know what the hell to believe.
Well, you know
right
what's
now,
not a
you know what I
story?
mean? Because these are not facts they're giving us. You know, when you're hearing 3 or 4 or 5 different stories about the same exact thing, you know, how can you base off of just one of those assumptions?
But that's why you listen to the scientists.
To
That's
me,
why
it's like
you listen
pieces
to the
of a
scientists.
puzzle that you gotta kind of try to put together in order to kind of understand the situation.
See, I don't believe that way.
But
I believe if you
what
listen,
happens if people don't believe in scientists? Like what?
See, to me, I don't personally
They believe in
believe
facts.
in scientists, because scientists
Well, what are facts?
are theories.
Facts is this.
it's science, dude.
Facts is this. Facts is this. As of today,
Right, but it's-
But science is more of a
2,899
theory.
deaths.
But that's just a
2,899
number.
deaths in Massachusetts.
But that's just a number.
No, it's not a number.
becomes
Those are people.
facts. Those are people.
Those are people that aren't breathing anymore. Yeah.
That are no longer here.
But here's the thing that they're saying from that. They're saying over 65% of those numbers are coming from nursing homes.
It
lot-
doesn't make a
elderly.
difference,
A
though.
lot of people in long-term care facilities are the majority of the deaths and the infected out there right now. Let's put it like this. Let's put it like this. You have not hit the curb yet. You have not hit the curb yet.
Like, don't get me wrong, I feel like we do need to meet certain guidelines in order for the
Yeah.
economy to open up back. You know what I mean? Just right at this moment, are we ready? I don't know if we're ready. You know what I mean? But the health systems across the country, they got to be prepared and ready with their capacity to deal with the pandemic like this.
And that's what's the biggest concern, okay? Is like, the concern is you overwhelming the healthcare system. That's the issue.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's the issue. Like it's overloaded. These poor people, not just the ones that are dying, that's tragic, and their families, absolutely. But these people, like, can you imagine your hardest day at work? Imagine that. The hardest day at work where you came home and you're like, I don't want to do that anymore. Da, 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 da. Now imagine you risking your life every day, going to this place where you can bring it home and kill somebody, or you could die yourself, or you could do this, and watching people die, man, like every day. I would have quit. Call me a coward, I would have quit These people are going constantly. And what you're doing is you're overloading these people. You're piling it on them, man. Like, perfect example, Georgia. Georgia's going to open up. They're opening up. Everything's open up. Back in the day, before they had like meters to read gas or whatever, they would send in a canary into the mines. If that canary didn't come back, you knew there was gas there. The people of Georgia are canaries. They're going out there and they're the guinea pigs. And do you really need a haircut? Is your haircut more important than that person who might have to save your life or somebody you know, and then see them die? And then people, I know healthcare people, they do it because they love it, but after a while you get desensitized. When are these people going to be like, all right, yeah, okay? Not saying they're going to do it, but we're a society where like 9/11 changed everything. When something happens down in the world, we're like, yeah, all right, yeah.
Yeah,
That's true.
We've become desensitized. And as human beings, when we become desensitized about other human beings dying, because there's so much of it, that's a problem. And I'm not saying they're doing it. God, they're heroes. They're still doing it, obviously, right? They're still doing it. But at one point, like at one point, does it get to like, you know what? We need to think of them. Let's get this straight. I'd rather eat worms than be eaten by worms. That's how I look at it, man.
Absolutely, man.
And if your business goes down, I'm sorry, that's tragic, but like, hopefully the government can do something to help these people. Like,
well, they already are. They already passed that bill this week for helping out small businesses, people with self-employment, and all of that. So hopefully that helps out a lot of people.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though.
I mean?
Like, it's like he's saying, these people are not being helped whatsoever. I mean, as far as like, you know, there's not enough that we can do to help these people with what's going on, other than just what we've been doing now.
Yeah.
And trying to open up the state or the country itself will just, like you said, will overwhelm these people as it is. Like, according to some of our viewers that are in the chat, there's healthcare workers coming out of retirement to help with this pandemic. So as it is, we're already shorthanded. We don't have the supplies that are necessary to be able to
according to
handle
Trump
a
now,
mass
we are stocked up on ventilators, enough tests, because according through media, like I said, there's a lot of media sources out there. We don't know what's true or what's not, but they're saying that a lot of these numbers that they're giving out there is people are not even being tested properly for the coronavirus. They're basically just putting if you go into the hospital and you have a sore throat and you have a fever, but you don't have the corona, but they're automatically labeling you with coronavirus.
Because you have what?
Asymptomatic people,
That's
too,
what
man.
I'm saying.
That don't show symptoms, man. I'm telling you, like, South Korea has tested everybody and they're doing well. They're smaller. I get it. Per capita, we're not up there yet. But yeah, we have tested more, absolutely. But we have more resources too.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So my whole thing is that for you to get back to 100% or pretty close to 100%, which I don't think it's going to be for a long time.
Oh no, it's not for a long time.
You have to test. You have to test.
And not only that, like Milton brought it up today in the morning, man, and he's absolutely right. If you want this to get better, the only way to get better, and if you're going to close the economy down, shut the fuck down.
Yeah, that's the problem. Like,
But that's the
everything
problem.
shut
And
down.
That's why a lot of people are pissed off. I mean, like, if you're going to shut down. There's no need to have 100 and something freaking corner stores in Fall River.
No, you don't.
There is no need for that.
You know what I mean? Like, yes, you do need.
I disagree with that.
yeah, but who are you
I
going to pick
disagree
and
with
choose?
that.
No,
I
you do
disagree.
need.
Keep the main stores open. Keep the main stores
Here's
open.
the thing. The main stores
If you're going to shut down, you're going to shut down.
But here's the problem with that. I disagree with that because as a small business owner,
So-
for you, it's your entire. You've probably remortgaged. You've probably I've taken everything, your home that your family owns, essentially, and have had to put
But
some of that
say
into
that to
these
a bar owner.
businesses.
Say that to a bar owner that had to close down, but a corner store is still open.
You got to understand. You got to understand.
small business
There's not
as
going
the
to be
same as
one
a
or
corner
two
It's a
store.
small business too.
But
So
there's not going to be one or two people in a bar, Milton. You
Okay.
need
Same
to
as a corner
understand-
store.
I
there's
go to
never
a
one or
store to
two
go
people.
buy a pack of cigarettes, and there are 5 people hanging right outside.
Well, but that's the
So-
thing. That doesn't
so-
meet the guideline. Well, the thing is like our numbers are going up in Massachusetts. We're testing more.
There's many
Yes, we
ways
are.
around
Yes,
this,
we're
bro.
testing
So
more.
where people are not.
Yeah, but
being-
here's the difference. Ramondo, everybody says she's a witch. She's this, the Wicked Witch of the West from the Wizard of Oz, whatever it is. But you know what? She's saying if you don't do this, this is what's going to happen. I get it. Everybody wants their freedom, but when is your freedom going to impede with somebody else's freedom to live?
And that's my biggest fear.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I get
And that's
that.
my biggest fear.
It's I'm all for like okay, like today I went to the rally. Okay? I had my 7200, stayed my
They should have just stood home. They should have stood home. opinion.
But the thing is that's fine. Okay, you want to do that? That's fine, but like now what happens if you got infected and you go, we have to go to the supermarket. That's why people's arguments is like,
Well, those
the
people
supermarket's
supposedly
still
at the rally, if they were protesting that they didn't believe in the virus and all that shit.
No,
I drove by a lot of them
think
there
so.
they had it on their signs. I seen it, and yet half of them are wearing masks and gloves, and they're protesting to reopen the economy.
Well, I think
know
you
what I mean?
had-
that to me kind of makes no sense. What example are you setting for yourself?
You had two factions. You had the faction that thought it was a hoax, and you had the other faction that says, no, this is real, but let's get back to work. I did see that. There was the one woman with that they say she went, I don't know.
Yeah, she went
Bedford,
berserk. She went berserk. I
she's-
actually have the video I'm going to show at the end of the show, courtesy of the Florida Reporter, which that lady actually went nuts, man. And
Yeah.
her video is actually going viral now on Facebook, and a lot of people are talking about it. There was a driver going by. I don't know if you were there at the moment, but they said they rolled down their window and they said, what about the elderly people that are dying? And she turned around to them and said, well, they're already on their way out. They're old.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of...
Yeah, that's bad.
You don't say that, man. You don't wish death on nobody, no matter how old they are.
No, you don't.
No, that's somebody's
Okay,
grandmother.
that's not being godly. And then she's over there beeping at other people who are beeping, waving high. She's saying, "God bless you." How can you be godly and you're wishing death upon someone?
Yeah.
You're just being a false believer at that point. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
definitely.
But that'll be another subject some other time.
All right.
But
Hey,
Moving on.
Well, here's the thing. Before we do move on, so since the last podcast, which was last Sunday, correct, Smoggie?
yes.
Since last Sunday, 894 people have died in Massachusetts alone. So you go back and you say, what if you don't believe in scientists? Then fucking believe in numbers, because those numbers don't lie. Those are people dying. People that are no longer going to see the next day.
Now, was that Mass you're talking about alone?
Massachusetts alone?
Well, I know
Alone.
Fall River is already up to 348, I believe, confirmed
testing.
cases.
Yeah, it's testing.
Or
That's
is it
all in testing.
Testing. I'm talking deaths.
Yeah.
I'm talking deaths. Bristol
Well,
County's
our
got what,
death rate-
150 deaths already?
Well, Boston, I think, suffered the worst. They were in like the 4,000.
Yeah, Suffolk County, I think.
That's
Is it
a huge
Suffolk County, I
county.
think? Yes, Suffolk
Suffolk County.
Yeah. It's tough, and I think that all came from there was this one event, BioQuest or something like that in Cambridge.
It was a gathering.
Or
It was
Quincy
basically
or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And I think like 75 people got it from that one spot.
It was like 150 people in total. And I think the numbers were up to like 80 something. If I'm mistaken, I could be wrong, but
Yeah.
Now, going back to this whole COVID thing, guys, like they have all these guidelines on how to keep ourselves protected with keeping your social distancing, your 6 feet, wear your masks, your rubber gloves, this, and that. But I would like to ask you guys, what are your thoughts on that? Like, how do you feel like rubber gloves protects you?
Rubber gloves are tough. Like
Because
rubber
to me,
gloves,
in my opinion, that's cross-contaminating. You could
if
be
you're not
wearing,
changing your gloves.
and you're not going to change your gloves every single thing you touch. You know what I mean? I see people going to Walmart with rubber gloves. They're touching a carriage, then they're going to touch a shelf item. They're going to touch this. So basically, if they say that shit attracts to rubber,
Yeah.
and you're just touching all different items,
yeah.
Here's the way I look at that. Here's
just
the way I look
spreading
at
it.
that. This is so. In my opinion, wearing rubber gloves when I go to the store, it's protecting myself and protecting the people that I go back home to, because as soon as I get out of that store, I grab the rubber gloves and they go right in the trash before I even get in the car. So that's how I'm using the rubber gloves, essentially, because it's even if you're not even if you are cross contaminating, like you're saying, right? At least you're keeping it there. You know what I mean? You're not bringing it back.
Yeah.
So if everybody else is doing the same thing, right?
But what about for that one person who's not wearing rubber gloves?
That's my whole concern with all
Because
this.
not everybody at the moment has access to it.
How many people would you trust your life with?
Not very many.
Not very many.
But now you're asking 300-something million people. You're relying on 300-something million people with your lives.
But
You're trying to trust them with your life.
To me, it's not relying. It's more like, I think instead of using rubber gloves, they should maybe, I don't know, carry a little thing of sanitizer and wash your.
That's what I do. I don't wear gloves.
Always sanitize your
I don't wear
hands.
gloves.
Forget the gloves. To me, it's just sanitize your hands every so
Just
often.
wash
after
your
touching
hands.
things.
Forget about sanitizing.
Wash your
the whole
hands
sanitizing
thoroughly.
thing is ridiculous. Wash your hands. 20 seconds, lukewarm water.
So do you guys agree with me? Then the whole rubber gloves is a.
Then the rubber
dump.
gloves are a hit or miss.
What do you think about that, Milton?
It's an additive.
What's your thought on that, brother?
In my opinion.
Against me shall prosper. Sorry.
Amen to that too,
That's
bro.
where I stand with the rubber glove.
To me, it's an additive.
But I don't.
Now,
I'm adding
face,
more security. I mean,
now
I'm
let's
washing
go
my
to
hands
face
and everything
masks.
else.
Yeah.
Now
but I
the
get that.
face mask. How do you?
I hate those things.
Now supposedly they say that this virus is airborne, right?
Yeah.
So if it's an airborne virus,
I'm saying, yeah,
virus
like I'm an expert.
can
I'm like, yeah.
attract to you
You
through.
are an expert.
I know. I'm like, yeah.
I mean,
Absolutely.
I'm sure we've all done enough research during this COVID-19 to be experts at this.
But again, that's what they say. It's just stories.
But if this is an airborne virus, this virus can attach to you through the eyes, through little viral particles known as
Mucus
aerosols.
droplets.
It's known as aerosols.
Yeah.
So even with a mask, an aerosol, if it sticks to the mask, it's gonna absorb right through the mask.
So let me correct that. The droplets of the COVID-19, right? Unlike any of the other ones, are able to actually go through the N95.
Yeah, it's only
masks.
95%, I think, the N95s.
So that's the thing. Those N95 masks are great for influenza, for other forms of this. But I was listening to the Doctor Show on the XM radio, right?
Yep.
I always listen to that when I'm driving, just to get caught up on what's going on. And doctors, now this is doctors are saying that, yeah, it's helping you, but you still have a chance of getting through the N95 face masks.
And you know what? And if you have a spitter, see me sometimes when I talk, I'm like, you know, in Portuguese, you get loud and start spitting.
Well, that's what they
That'll
say.
protect you. That'll protect the other person. The mask, seriously, is more to protect
But they say in the mask
other
itself
somebody
can also harm yourself.
if you touch it with your hands.
You know what I mean? Constantly always breathing into the same mask, you're taking it off,
No,
eating
'cause if you
something,
have it-
smoking a cigarette if you're a smoker or whatnot.
No, the thing
And then-
is if you have it already, you have it already. That mask ain't gonna, it's not gonna make things any worse. I don't think. So I think it's to protect the other person.
Mm-hmm.
Where like that's where we're at right now. Is think of the other person. That's where we're at.
Your neighbor.
and yeah, love thy neighbor. Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's the biggest trust test of all.
Until he steals your grapes from your grapevine, and then it's a
I just
problem.
feel
As
like
long
we're-
as it's not the figs. As long as it's
I
not the
just
figs.
feel like we're going through a test and we're failing. That's just how I feel. But
I think we've done well. I mean, I think we've done well compared to some other countries, to be honest with you, especially in the way that we went about it.
Well, we exceeded Italy's numbers.
Yeah. Oh no, we're the highest in the
So
world.
we are the highest in the world.
Yeah. My issue.
Look at population. You can't
Yeah.
compare the United States to Italy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but China, look at China's population. and
Yeah,
their
but
numbers
China,
weren't.
it's skewed. China's
They got
skewed.
like 4 billion on top
Listen,
of
those
what
numbers
we
are
have.
all fake. Let's just be
And
honest.
don't forget too, they'll beat the shit out of you if you leave the house.
Oh,
That doesn't happen here.
Oh, man, I've seen some
the
crazy
Chinese aren't at
videos
the
about
beach.
that.
The Chinese are not at the beach.
I've seen some
No,
crazy Middle Eastern videos on
India,
Facebook.
I think it was India.
India, like if they catch you outside, they whip the shit out of you
Hey,
with a
like
freaking whip.
Hey,
that was
hey, one
crazy.
guy.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what
We've
needs
seen
to
that in the
happen.
Studio the
Yeah,
other day.
One guy was using the pool
Martial
macaroni
law.
there, the pool ziti. the floaty there. Hey, he's hitting the guy with
Whipping
that.
the shit out
What
of the
kind
dude, right?
Hey, what kind of damage is that going to
Oh
do?
my God!
Yeah.
Reminds me of the old greenhorns back in the country. Smacking the shit out of you with anything
except
they
it
can
wouldn't
catch.
be pool floaties.
We're 40 minutes into this thing, and we haven't even announced anything.
Oh.
I do apologize.
yeah.
I do apologize.
We're
Listen,
gonna, but before that, I'd like to let you guys know to like,
Subscribe.
and share to the page.
Follow.
Please follow. Help us get this up. You know, it's a good cause. We're here to entertain you guys. And without you guys, we can't make this possible. So we need your help to make this evolve. But before that, I'd like to give you guys a little bit of good news. A lot of you probably already seen it on a little video that I posted on Real Talk with Smoggie. But this week, I added a new Smoggie to the family.
Woo, she's cute.
I had a little baby. She's up there on a screen, so you guys let me know what you think about her. But we're going to play a little game for my girl here, and I'm going to give you guys a gift out of it. So if you guys can guess how big she was when she was born, I'm talking about lengthwise.
Length.
Okay, is going to win a $10 Amazon card. So you can use it for anything you want to purchase on Amazon, maybe some toilet paper, because I know a lot of places are out of stock on that, and I'm sure you'll find it on Amazon, even some hand sanitizations and all that. But her length is between 10 and 20 inches. So whoever can guess the right length of her is going to win a $10 gift card.
First guess, mind you. So this is not a consecutive thing.
But we need to see your answers up here in order for us to know. And then at the end of the show, we're going to announce who the winner is. But we also have another gift card we're going to give out after, but Elder's going to give that one out for us. We'll play a little game.
The way
after
that you
for
can enter for that, just like every other week, is like, comment, subscribe, share, and just, be live with us, interact with us, because last week we gave it away and it was all random. You can check us out on Twitter. You can check us out on Facebook. You can check us out on YouTube. Like, comment, and subscribe. Right, Smoggie?
Comments are coming in. I don't know if you guys can see the comments.
That's what it's all about. We're going to go to these comments, though, in a commercial break, because we're going to take a little commercial break, and we're going to show you guys the rally that was going on in, what state was it, Milton?
Ooh, I forgot. It's up there, though.
In some states.
In some state out
The
there,
United
but
States.
it's a footage that they held a huge rally in
Huge. It was last Monday. It was like somewhere in California.
That's where it was, California. And I'd like to show you guys some footage of that, and then when we come back, we could talk a little bit about that. But don't forget, keep putting up your answers on her length. It's between 10 and 20 inches. Don't forget there's 0.5s too. It could be 10.5, could be 15.5.
Now you're making it complicated now.
But it's between 10 and
Adding an
20.
extra
That is the
element there.
trick. They got to work a little bit in order to get it. You know what I mean? But they're getting a $10 gift card out of it. So that's our
Absolutely.
gift to you. So we're going to take a little commercial break, and we're going to show you guys the rally.
People are hungry. Come on, get us free.
Get us free. Absolutely.
Crazy to have to
Absolutely.
ask a ruler to do that.
And we shouldn't have to. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. She's older than me. No, look at her face. She's like, no, I don't think so. Why you got here? Not too bad. Trying to find a spot. Yeah, Michael's parking. Okay, guys, so here we are live at the rally, Harrisburg State Capitol. Let me tell you, the turnout is amazing. There are more people here than I can even show on camera, which is making me so happy. I am gonna walk through and hopefully interview a couple people and show you guys what's going on and how many patriots are out here demanding that Pennsylvania be reopened again. So here we go.
Yeah. So we are back. But I know I said that was a little rally in California, but it was actually Pennsylvania, not California. That was my mistake on that. But, you know, I know everybody is organizing these strikes out there and trying to go on throughout all this bullshit. I know everybody has their own opinion, and I have my own opinion on that. And my opinion on that is actually this. Take a look at this.
One resident describes her horrifying experience when she first realized the complex was on fire.
I got bronchitis. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Well, I woke up to go get me a cold pop. Then I thought somebody was barbecuing. I said, oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. Then I ran out. I didn't grab no shoes or nothing. Jesus, I don't know for my life. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time.
Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that.
No.
Lord Jesus, it's a fire.
Oh, Lord.
Jesus, it's a fire.
That's what I say. Ain't nobody got time for that. Right? Oh, man. It's some crazy shit out there. I think you still got the picture up of the baby over there, Milton.
Yes, I do.
But I hope you guys are still putting up your answers. No, actually, we already found a winner.
We already have a winner.
We already have a winner. But don't worry, we are going to be giving out one more $10 Amazon gift card. And in order to get this one, you need to like, subscribe, and share the page. The person with the most shares and the most likes is going to win a $10 Amazon gift card. If you guys can help us out with that, once again. Now, guys, next topic I'm going to want to talk a little bit about. I don't know if you've been watching the news lately this week with this whole shit that's been going on with Trump. And basically, everybody's talking about how he basically said to inject Lysol into our bodies. I don't know if you heard that press
Yeah.
meeting that he had.
Yeah.
But I actually have that clip, and I'm going to show that so you guys can see. So, Milton, actually pop that up, Milton. Let's hear what he had to say.
Supposing we hit the body with a tremendous, whether it's ultraviolet or just very powerful light, and I think you said that hasn't been checked, but you're going to test it. And then I said, supposing you brought the light inside the body, which you can do either through the skin or in some other way. And I think you said you're going to test that too. Sounds interesting. Right, and then I see the disinfectant, where it knocks it out in a minute, 1 minute. And is there a way we can do something like that by injection inside or almost a cleaning? Because you see it gets on the lungs and it does a tremendous number. It's so interesting to check that. So that we're going to have to use medical doctors with. But it sounds interesting to me.
Oh my God. Did I just hear what I think I heard?
See, but here's the thing about this.
But I get why people
I can see
criticize him.
I can see his terminology maybe about it was wrong, but he never physically said anything about injecting Lysol. He talked about
Disinfectant.
disinfectant, which I think he was using it more in a medical term, since this is something that attacks the lungs. Like, is there anything that we can inject that's like a disinfectant to
Steve,
disinfect the lung?
that's like
to
saying-
kill the virus.
That's like saying he said he got hit by a car. No, he said he got hit by a Ford. Like, it's not Lysol, but
To me, I think it
he
was more
rips.
his terminology.
He thinks out loud. That's his problem. He thinks out loud. Like, that's something that should be discussed when you're in a closed place.
Well, that's what he was doing. He was questioning the doctor during that.
Yeah, but
during
right
that.
away, people listen to that.
So he was
like
kinda
it's
being, like,
Lysol,
sarcastic about it.
He wasn't being sarcastic. No,
But
there's no way.
I think a lot of people
No, there was no
more.
sarcasm
I
there.
think
You could tell by how his body presence was.
you know what it is.
No,
To me, this is more a political battle right now between the Democrats and the Republicans.
Yes, it is. Enemy of the people. I don't
It
care
is.
what anybody says.
And a lot of these people, the Dems and the Republicans, they're causing all this media out there that's one saying this, one is saying that.
The
and then-
Antichrist. Come on, people.
You know what I
wake
mean?
up.
It's pretty crazy. And now all these people at home, because we're quarantined, a lot of us don't have nothing better to do, so we're doing things to entertain ourselves. Now they're trying to make all these funny videos and ads of promoting Lysol with Donald Trump and this and that.
But Steve-
But the reason why they did that was because of Pelosi. Pelosi actually went live. Pelosi, whatever you want to call her.
Lala Pelosi.
Lollipop.
Lala Pelosi.
Miss Lollipop.
Yeah, this
Come
summer.
on, I love her. She's awesome.
But she went on national TV, and Milton, pop that up so they can see what she said. And this is
Oh,
where
you're
it
making me
started.
work today, aren't you?
This is what started everybody making this whole little.
Speaking of Mitch, what's gotten into him? Well, it's an indication. The president is asking people to inject Lysol into their lungs, and Mitch is saying
Right.
that states should go bankrupt. It's a clear.
So the president never said Lysol,
visible
and she's now
within
saying
24
he said
hours
Lysol.
Of how Republicans reject science and reject governance. If you don't believe in science and you don't believe in governance,
No, I don't believe in
that's their
big governments. No, I
approach.
don't. Yes.
And we do not. We
So
don't want
that's
more
what
government
you
than we
want, but
need,
that's not what
but
the
we know that
people
governance
want.
has
Hey,
a
Patakalot.
role.
I had enough of this
And we know that
bitch.
science has
I'm
a
done
role.
with that
And
bitch. I don't.
She said
I don't like her.
governance. She
Yeah.
said governance, not governments.
Whatever.
But
Well, this, you're getting
this-
mad at the
now
wrong
this
I
was
just don't
Trump's-
like her.
getting mad at the wrong
I don't like her.
Now,
Sorry.
Trump's last meeting at the White House, one of the reporters had asked him
Fake news.
that question about the whole Lysol thing, and this is what he had to say. So if we can have a moment of hearing him speak, everybody has their right to.
Oh, you got to give me a minute now. Now I got to switch scenes. Hold on.
That's all right. We give Milton a second.
Hey, that should be locked and loaded, ready to go, Milton.
It is locked and loaded. I just got to
worked
switch
up.
every scene. So, but
That's okay.
Hey,
here we go.
Clarify your comments about injections of disinfectant. They're quite
No, I was
provocative.
asking a question sarcastically to reporters like you, just to see what would happen. Now, disinfectant for doing this, maybe on the hands, would work. And I was asking the question of the gentleman who was there yesterday, Bill, because when they say that something will last 3 or 4 hours or 6 hours, but if the sun is out or if they use disinfectant, it goes away in less than a minute. Did you hear about this yesterday? But I was asking a sarcastic and a very sarcastic question to the reporters in the room about disinfectant on the inside. But it does kill it, and it would kill it on the hands, and that would make things much better. That was done in the form of a sarcastic question to the reporters.
But you were asking your medical experts to look into it. Were you being sarcastic with them?
To look into whether or not sun and disinfectant on the hands, but whether or not sun can help us, because
Now we're going to the sun.
He came in yesterday and he said they've done a big study. This is a study. This isn't where he hasn't done it. This is where they've come in with the final report that sun has a massive impact negatively on this virus. In other words, it does not live well with humidity, and it doesn't live well with sunlight, heat. It doesn't live well with heat and sun.
Tanning
and
beds.
disinfectant.
That's the
what I brought
solution.
out, and I thought it was clear. Okay.
You were being sarcastic, but some people may have misunderstood. Do you want to clarify?
I wish they wouldn't. I wish they would. Well, I think I did, but I wish they wouldn't. But I do think this. Yeah, I do think that disinfectant on the hands could have a very good effect. Now, Bill is going back to check that in the laboratory. You know, it's an amazing laboratory, by the way. It's amazing. The work
It's amazing.
So he's going to check.
Just amazing.
Because a hard surface. This is a hard surface.
Who are we to judge,
Depending
brother?
on whose hand you're talking about, right? But this is a hard surface. And disinfectant. The disinfectant has an unbelievable.
It's unbelievable. Just unbelievable.
It's the best disinfectant ever in the history of evers.
And this is from tests. They've been doing these tests for, a number of months.
All right, Millie, you could cut that video.
All right, listen. So I figured it out. Me and President Trump figured it out.
And what was that?
The cure for COVID-19, put everybody inside of tanning beds. The UVB lights will kill the virus.
That's why he doesn't have it.
And then we'll inject it.
Well, it is
Inject
proven by doctors
the lungs with
supposedly
Lysol.
that anything over 80-degree heat through UV light supposedly
Yeah, but you
helps
can't
kill
do
the
that.
virus.
Yeah. Well, when it's on your table, not when it's in your lungs.
So
Well, that's what he was doing. He was questioning it.
But see, that's the
Is
thing.
there
There's a platform for that, and it's not a briefing.
Okay.
There's a platform for that, which is you get with your professionals, you get with your experts, and you discuss that. You don't go on there and
Not in front of the media.
It's like he's freestyling. It's like he's out there freestyling.
He's known for it, too.
Yeah. It's like almost like I see brains in the sky. Like
The
you know
best.
what I mean? It's
Well,
just-
he does freestyle a lot of his meetings, and there's reasons for that, man. Because, like, I know you have your own beliefs, and I can't force feed you to believe my beliefs. You know what I
of
mean?
course,
I
of
have to
course.
respect your
I
belief.
have a question after
But
this.
Through my belief, you know what I mean? A lot of these past presidents were they were controlled by the government, okay? And the government basically had dummy cards in front of them that they were reading off
New
of,
World Order.
saying what they wanted to say. And Trump doesn't do that. Trump comes out and says what he wants to say.
No, but here's the difference.
His terminology, the way he interprets things, yes, he interprets things in a fucked up way, and a lot of people don't like that, and that's why they don't like him.
You're absolutely right. He doesn't follow a certain thing, and the other administrations did. I call that listening to your experts. That's what I call that. What he's doing is like.
What if your experts are lying to you and he thinks somebody's lying? Like the government's corrupt. We all know that, right?
Dude, of course the government's corrupt. Every government's corrupt.
There's a trust issue.
And this whole thing happening is because of the government. To me, it's because of it's a political battle, man. We're up for election
The
time.
Democrats are the Antichrist. I'm saying
You know what I mean?
right out.
And
I'm saying it right out.
The Democrats are the Antichrist. Is that what you just said? Is that what you just said?
I just said it.
My goodness.
I don't care.
So I have a question. I'm going to go around the room right now, especially after that.
Go ahead.
Comments. So we're going to start over here.
Truth needs
Are
to
you
be
a
told.
Republican or a Democrat?
I'm an independent.
Okay. Go ahead, sir.
Independent.
I'm an independent.
Well, how can you guys say independents if you say the Democrats are?
I don't represent either party. I go for who's going to run this country
exactly
the
how
right
it
way.
is.
But here's the problem.
And I'll bring up a good point about that. Like, I seen a post on Facebook, man. I know some of you here, I know you might not like Trump. A lot of you might not like Trump. A lot of you might like Trump. But I seen this post and I actually pasted this here because I wanted to read it because it does hit home, man, and it does make a lot of sense. You know what I mean? Yeah, when you think of the president, he is a fucking jerk. Okay? The bottom line, that Trump is a jerk. He's crude. He obliviates. He gets his feelings hurt. He's a hothead, and he should stay off of
like
Twitter.
a president should be.
He's not a politician.
He's not polished like a president should be.
But let me tell you what else he is, though.
He's not a politician.
He's a guy that demands performance. Okay, he asks a lot of questions, and the questions he asks are cloaked with fancy phrases like "Why the hell?" type of questions. And for decades, the health industry has been thrown away billions of face masks after one use. And Trump asks, why the hell are we throwing them away? Why not sterilize them and use them for numerous times? Another thing, he's the guy that got hospital ships. Rhea died in 1 week when it would have taken a decade, months, if it was up to the states alone to do it, to get it done. He's the guy that got temporary hospitals built in 3 days.
The Army Corps of Engineers.
Also the guy that asks, why aren't we using drugs that might work on the people that are dying? What do we have to lose? You know what I mean? If they're dying, we got to try something.
11% more deaths.
You know what I'm saying? He's also the guy that shut down travel from China.
As he should have. As anybody would have.
Especially when the Democrats in the media were screaming xenophobia and racist.
Absolutely.
Now they're asking why he didn't do it sooner. He's the guy that ran on securing the border in the face of screaming press and media. When he shut down borders in the midst of the coronavirus, they were up his arms over such a draconian move. Okay? Then the rest of the world followed suit all over, including the European Union, between member of the countries. He has made mistakes. Yeah, I know he's made a lot of mistakes, bro. But can we name one person in this world that's perfect besides the man above?
But here's the thing.
Nobody in this world is perfect, bro.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
No, but you have to balance it out.
But to me, I feel like he's working harder than any president that we've had in office, man.
He falls asleep at briefings in the morning.
Well, that's what they say.
He gets his briefings from Fox News. Whenever Fox News says something, he tweets. No, because he tweets right after it.
Okay.
He tweets right after it. He tweets verbatim what they said on Fox News.
This is America, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Freedom of speech, freedom of doing what. So why can't that apply to him?
Because he's got a job to do, Milton.
And he's doing his job.
Here's the thing. At the end of the day...
That's the way... No. That's the way he does his job. That's who he is. Like, we can't change that.
Listen.
That's who he is.
That's who he is. So, he's an awful businessman. Anybody who opens up 3 casinos on the same strip...
Here we go. Bringing up the past.
No, because the fact... Like, put it this way. His name on a check is something so small... But it's so big. It tells you his ego is humongous that it has to be on every check. Dude, listen, I voted for John McCain, dude.
Yeah.
I voted for John McCain, like when he ran against Obama. So like I have no axe to grind. Like the reason is because he's not safe. He's not safe, man.
Irrational.
Yeah, man.
Like his emotions get the best of him.
Hey, if Fauci wasn't as loved as he was, and he wouldn't get backlash for it, that guy would have been fired.
I feel like
that guy's worked for 4 administrations.
I feel like still at the end of the day, though, yes, a lot of the stuff you're saying is true, but since he's been in presidency, bro, like nothing has been as good as it's ever been. You know what I mean? The economy.
Our country has never been divided.
The economy, it's only been divided is because the Democrats and the Republicans are making it divided.
Our country has always been divided.
Hey, I'm not taking either or side.
Well, now it's showing. Now it's showing more because the fake media they're advertising the division.
So basically,
we've always been divided. The whole world has been divided. This is not new. It's just more open because it's showing.
It's taking a pandemic to make it show.
They're taking advantage of all of this.
Whenever
the media is the enemy of the people, and I'll say it.
Whenever you give Rush Limbaugh the presidential medal of heroism, is it? The presidential medal, he gave it to Rush Limbaugh, dude. Rush Limbaugh.
There we go again. Where doesn't he have the right? We live in America. Doesn't
The
he
guy's
have,
racist,
it
sexist.
doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter when the president of the United States is sexist and racist. Wait. Let me rephrase it. When he supports people, why is it that he wants to be friends with dictators? He wants to be friends with dictators and then wants to alienate Europe. He wants to be Putin's friend.
Peace. No, because
he wants world peace.
Because maybe he wants world peace, Elder. Like, come on.
He wants world peace with dictators.
That is what he's trying to do.
Who's our biggest friends with everybody?
Who's our biggest enemy right now? North Korea is obviously
COVID-19 and President Trump is our biggest enemy right now.
No.
But what's so wrong of being friends with everybody?
I think we should worry more about North Korea blasting us.
It's who you're not friends with, Milton.
Nah.
Okay,
I go back to scripture. I'm sorry.
Hey, dude, this microphone on the front of the car. I gotta put this stuff there. All right.
I go back to scripture, and that's it.
He's on the
America's
screen right
motto: "In God we trust." Let's obey by it. Manada.
And Trump's trying to restore that.
If you want,
in God we
trust. You want to stand with America's value? Well, our motto is "In God we trust."
Since 1947,
it doesn't matter. It shouldn't change.
But even bringing that up,
it did change. When this country was formed, there was no "In God we trust." That was printed. I don't know the year. There's supposed to be a separation of state.
Oh, please.
Listen. Evangelicals love Donald Trump, right?
Yes.
Because he's against abortion. Listen, I don't agree with abortion. Whatever. Everybody does their own thing. But here's the thing. How many abortions has Donald Trump paid for? Are you kidding me? That guy's like the biggest womanizer ever. But now he's all holy? Come on, the guy's the biggest womanizer ever.
Well, again, he's not perfect. He's had his past. I've had my past. He's had his past. This guy.
Put it this way: if I murder somebody,
we've all had
is
our
that in the past?
You know what I mean? We can't expect the president to be God. It's never gonna happen. But hey, man, you got to give the guy credentials where it's due, man.
I don't think anybody's ever going to expect the president to be God.
The Apostle Dave was a murderer.
I don't think it's even
the Apostle Dave was a murderer.
So.
Hey, it is what it is.
It is what it is. On to the next topic.
We're going to move on a little bit from this shit. We're going to let steam go down a little bit. We need the steam to go down. It's so interesting in here that we got the man of the house, Mike Herron, in the background watching,
Shout out
laughing.
to Mike Herron.
Shout out to Mike Herron, Podcast Studio.
Check him out.
Once again, guys, please like, subscribe, and share the page.
Not just Facebook,
Not just follow.
I need a cigarette after that one. I need a cigarette after
YouTube.
I think I need a cigarette myself.
We got everything going.
Right?
Hey, but you know what?
But that's what we're here for, man.
It's over.
Exactly.
Now
we're boys. We're not here to force feed. We're here to give our opinions. That's what this is. Real talk
like this. Why can't people talk
That's what
like
it is.
this?
It's real
they
talk.
Get so aggravated, and then people actually swear, call you names, and blah,
There
blah,
is
blah,
no
blah,
need
blah.
for it.
No need for that.
There is absolutely
unfriend you for not believing what you believe in.
There is absolutely no need for it. Hey, it is what it is. But that people who do that is actually people who don't like to hear the truth, to be honest with you. That's how I look at it. You know what I mean?
But the thing
if people take it to that extent, then what you're saying is affecting them in our reality because they relate to the situation or whatever it is.
It almost becomes like the home team thing. It's like the guys on your team, they can trip, they can slash. Oh, I didn't see nothing. So it becomes a home team mentality when it comes to politics and religion and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
But everybody, like I said, it's all about respecting each other's opinions, bro. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, we all got to respect our brothers and sisters because that's how it's supposed to be. There should be no hating because that's what's dividing everybody right now.
Pray for your enemies.
And there should be no need for us to be going off on the, you know what I mean? Going off on each other.
Can I say one thing?
Yeah, Mike, talk.
This is a great show. Morgan Freeman had a quote. Just because we may disagree strongly and argue about politics doesn't mean we still can't be friends.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Hey,
can I get an amen to that?
All the time.
Amen.
Yes, sir. All right, so we're going back.
That's Morgan Freeman, not me.
We're going to cut the politics shit a little bit now.
Oh, come on. I was having fun with that.
I'm having fun. Maybe we could talk a little bit more about it. It's all on our viewers. If we maintain our viewers, people keep commenting, you know what I mean? We'll keep going.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. We keep talking about Donald Trump. We keep talking about Corona-19, whatever the hell you want to talk about. But we have not talked about much about our guest today.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what we're getting to right now.
I even forgot.
And so I
have a question. I have a question for you.
Si, senor.
So you're primarily doing photography now, right?
Yeah.
So my question is, if you're at home, and I've been doing some research, like I was telling you earlier, I've been doing some research myself into DSLR, and what would you recommend for the average person, the person that's got, you know, a $400 to $600 budget, that wants a good camera, that wants to be able to eventually upgrade the lenses, things like that? What would you recommend as the best DSLR option for them, or mirrorless even?
Well, there's always like the cool pics, the point and shoot cameras, you know, because you don't want to invest all this money and then you realize, well, you know, it's not something I'm really into. You know, it's cool, but it's not something I'm really into. If it's something, see, everybody takes pictures on their phone, so you almost know if you'd like photography or if you'd like to buy a camera nowadays. But you can get, Nikon's got some decent cameras. This goes out to Sil, because I know he's listening. He's a Canon shooter. I mean, he's a Nikon shooter.
He actually left a little message here about you singing the national anthem.
Yeah.
Are you going to do that on live?
No,
it's not happening, Sil. I guess it's not happening.
Not happening now.
I heard it was through a bet, but it's not going to happen.
No. If I lose again, I might. But, I'm a Canon shooter. So, Canon, they have the Rebel lines, which are inexpensive. I bought, my first camera was a Canon T5i, a Rebel. It came with 3 lenses, kit lenses they call them. You know, you get to learn it, you get to see if you like it, you get to do, you know, and then you upgrade. I'm privy to Canon. I love Canon. You know what I mean? Some people say, you know, low light, a lot of noise, you know, but you can adjust that now in post now.
Now you shoot
the EOS Rebel T7. How do you feel about it?
For an entry-level camera, it's good. Like, put it this way, it's not even the equipment. I've seen amazing photos taken on phones.
Oh, absolutely.
Now, don't get me wrong.
Absolutely.
You want to take it to the next level, you know, higher megapixel, you do portraits, you know, you want that. And it's not all about megapixels either, because these sports cameras that they use, like the flagships they call it, those only like 20, 24 megapixels. And it doesn't clog the buffer, which is the buffer. It's how many
I'm
photos
sure
you
know better, but I'm sure the vision, the light setting,
it makes a big difference.
It makes a big difference on the photo you're capturing.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? You have to have that vision in order to capture a photo. You're not just going to randomly take a photo. There are people who do that. They freelance. They randomly take pictures of whatever. But to me, a real artist, a real photographer, you know, they vision their work before they actually do it.
But what makes you a real artist? I mean, at the end of the day, art is art, because you can be a 10-year-old kid, right? You didn't envision what you were going to take a picture of, but then you find what you have been looking for the last hour that you've been walking, right? And then you grab your phone and you click. And that is the best photo that you've ever taken. Now, that's not art, because...
Here's the thing. To me, it's more of a consistent type of thing, because anybody can be lucky, go out there, snap so many different pictures, and get that one perfect picture. But now an artist is consistent with their work. They vision it, they produce it on the daily basis. It's not a lucky type of photo shoot. It's something they're producing on a daily base, being consistent with it. And that's what's given what labels him his talent of being a photographer.
Let me ask you a question. How many of these famous all-time artists, painters, you're talking, you know, Picasso, you know, Da Vinci, you know, all of these historical figures, how often do you think that they were really painting?
What do you mean, like creating
their masterpieces
every day?
No, not necessarily, because if you go back and look at these amazing artists that are well renowned, they were doing other things. They were doing things with mathematics, with astrology, with, you know, that wasn't their main focus.
I think it was Michelangelo who was actually an inventor, or was it? was Michelangelo. He was actually an inventor.
There was many of them.
Yeah.
It was
And I know Da Vinci was all into like the.
Oh, was
whole-
it Da Vinci who
Da
was the
Vinci was
inventor?
all into the mathematics and the
Yeah.
theories and all
Yeah.
that type of
Yeah.
stuff.
So- But you bring
supposedly
that
that's how
in.
the Mona Lisa came into play was all
the
through
Mona Lisa
mathematical theories.
is one of the perfect things
Of
right
the
there.
heat.
A perfect example. You know, you're saying, you know, you go out, you get that perfect shot. Art's not perfect.
And bringing that back about, was it Michelangelo or
I think Da Vinci was the
Da
inventor.
Vinci.
I'm sorry.
But Da Vinci, what a lot of people didn't know about him, believe it or not, people only knew him was through his great portraits, like the Mona Lisa.
Yep.
But on the inside, what he really loved to draw was actual like internal body parts
Oh, yeah.
of
Oh,
people.
yeah.
Organs.
If I'm not mistaken, he was also a doctor.
Organs, ligaments.
He would actually go. If I'm not mistaken, he would actually go to graveyards and get cadavers.
No, I believe he was not a surgeon.
No, I don't think he was. No. I think he just illustrated the anatomy.
Or just illustrated
Yeah,
the anatomy.
I think that's all he did. Yeah.
But a lot of us knew him, like I said, was through his
The Mona Lisa.
the Mona Lisa, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I'd like to show the people a little bit of your work, and talk a little bit about how you got the vision of taking that shot. You know, what's the storyline behind it? So, what do you got there for some big photos that we can pop up on the screen, Milton? If we can pop one up. Let's hit Eldo with one of his photos. You can leave it on a big screen too.
Do that. A second.
Yes, sir. Shout out to DJ Frizz
DJ
too.
Frizz in the building tonight.
For those of you who don't know him,
Computer might lag, but
for those of you who don't know him, check out his page too, New World Productions. He's offering a great promo right now on commercials. If you need a commercial shot for your business, especially during the time of this pandemic now, I know a lot of people are hurting, small businesses are hurting. For a very small fee, he can help you guys out, and we can promote it on our platform. So if any of yous are interested in something like that, feel free to inbox us, and we'll get back to you, give you some more information on that. So we're gonna hit up some big photos of Elder's work here. Can we make those actually full screen, Milton?
that's as big as I can go with this one.
That's fine. I can see it.
I can try to.
Don't forget, guys, like, comment, subscribe, share the page. Do anything that you can do to try to help us out. We try to bring these contests and these, giveaways every single week to you guys. There's no money coming into our pockets either.
That's a bad bat.
And I don't want to lose the viewer either. I don't know if she's still on, but I would like to introduce the first winner before we get on with this. The first winner of the Amazon gift card. And Elder, I know she got the answer right. You said she was a family member of yours?
Yes.
So she had commented. It was Linda
Medeiros.
Linda Medeiros. So Linda Medeiros, if you are still watching, you have won a $10 Amazon gift card. Send us an inbox, and we're going to send you the link with the barcode and all that, and use it any single way that you guys want. So going back now to the pictures here, is there any way instead of scrolling, Milton, we can keep one stopped on it so we can talk a little bit about that picture?
It's on a scroll set, and I can't take that off right now.
No?
All right, not a big deal.
All right, not a big deal. All right, so let's talk about the next photo that pops
Okay.
up here. All right, so I see this is some wedding photos.
Yes, that's Erica Goslin.
Okay.
It was a wedding. It was in her mother's backyard, actually. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. Awesome people. I mean, just amazing people. When I did their engagement shoot, I was nervous. They're nervous. You know what I mean? Like, you got a camera in your face. You know what I mean? Constantly. But then I went to the rehearsal dinner and the wedding. They were great in front of the camera. They were just amazing. They were just good people. Kind of let me do my thing.
Now I seen you took a picture there with like an old type of car through the inside.
Oh yeah, that one. That's actually Masha and her husband Ty. She actually works with me, and she wanted to do a photo shoot. She wanted to do kind of like an old time shoot. So we were driving around and we see this junkyard, complete junkyard. And we see this car. So we get out, this truck. They went on the other side. I told them to get a kiss. They got a kiss going, and then there was a crack in the window and everything. So that's how we got that shot.
Now, basically, when these people are coming to you and they're hiring you to do these photo shoots for them, now are they coming to you with the vision, or they're just coming to you, hiring you, and you're basically just going with your vision on what you feel
A lot of times they'll have requests, obviously, you know what I mean?
And then you try to interpret their requests into what you...
And then I try to do it, yeah. Like I read a book once, it was on photography, and it said, if there's someone who wants to take you out of your sweet spot or out of your lane, you're better off not taking it. You're better off just saying no, because now you're doing something you're not comfortable with. The images are going to show. Okay? So if somebody came up to me and they're like, oh, we want to do this, we want to do that. If it's not my style, it's not my style. I can't do it. And I'd rather have somebody give me a bad review for them being like, we didn't want to do it like this, than rather than he did a shit job on our wedding. Like, you know what I mean? I try, like I'd rather not do that.
Now, you feel like doing wedding shoots, you're taking on more of a responsibility than any of your other shoots.
Oh yeah, there's no retakes.
No, absolutely. It's no like retakes. In our line of work, especially with Milton. Milton's done a lot of weddings, like DJing, because he's a DJ, and that's something you got to be well prepared and be on point. You know what I mean? Because they say the DJ has a big part of your wedding, just like the photography and the photos of your wedding has a big part of your wedding.
Yeah, but nowadays it seems like they skimp on the photography. They don't get it. Like it's like, do you remember the music that was played at your wedding? Absolutely not. Do you remember the food that you ate at the wedding, or your guests? No, they're not. The photographs will be there forever, or until you get divorced and you burn it in the fireplace.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
there's a lot of people who do like wedding videos.
Yeah,
too,
exactly.
And they save that as a memory.
Yeah. So that'll last forever. So when people are paying like $1,000 for a cake, and then you ask them for a certain amount of money for the photos, they're like, oh no, that's like, okay, that cake's that cake. You're going to have a slice.
Cake, you're going to eat it, and that's it.
Well, some of them throw them in the freezer. I guess all their every anniversary, they'll eat a little piece out of it or whatever. But whatever. But I just think photography is an important part of your wedding. It's an important part of life.
Oh, absolutely.
It's an important part of life. It captures moments. It captures emotions. It captures memories. It captures, and it's a still. You can see it forever.
And even from one still photo, that photo can explain a million words.
Exactly. And it's like a song.
And that's the beauty of it.
Yep.
That's the beauty of it.
Yep.
Man.
And it's like a song. It's like a song. You have a song, you can interpret it however you want.
Oh, absolutely. Many people interpret it in many different ways.
Yep. And a photo at times can do the same thing. Like this photo that's shown right now. That's a wedding. That's a light off of a porch. And right away, you'd probably think some guy was herding cattle somewhere, like at night, and that's the moonlight.
Yeah.
That looks like a country album.
Yeah,
like
and it was in Westport.
Like, look at that photo right there, man. That photo is beautiful.
That one's called The Wizard of Oz. And
The Wizard of Oz.
And the reason I call it that is it has a theme of like The Wizard of Oz. The car is the house. She's Dorothy. And her dog is Toto.
Now, did you Photoshop the color on the car too?
No,
I know you did the grass.
Nope, just the grass.
Just the grass itself.
Just the grass, and I think the Wizard of Oz had pink grass. I think.
Was it pink grass?
I think so.
I thought it was yellow. No, that was the yellow brick road.
No, yellow is where Toto went to piss.
The yellow brick road.
Follow the yellow brick road.
Yeah,
I don't remember the color of the grass.
Yeah. It was pink, I believe. I think it was pink. If not, then that just totally ruined the name of the.
And I know you got a little story about this picture here.
Yeah,
the ship.
The ship. I call that the ghost ship because the ghost ship is usually. Obviously, you're out in the ocean and you see the ship, and it's
in
like
the midst of the fog.
Yeah, it's like a boat that sank or whatever it is. So I was at Secundit Point, and it was in the morning. The mist came up or whatever. The fog was out, and the boat was it was docked. I mean, it was anchored, and I saw it, and I'm like, oh man, it looks like it's coming in. So I took the shot, and I named it Ghost Ship.
So now, was that something planned, or did you just get up that day and you were just like, hey, I'm going to go down to Fogland and just shoot random photos, or were you just out adventuring and just...
No, that's the thing. Now I don't have as much time as I used to, but I used to have my camera right in the passenger seat, and I would drive. And actually, there's a photo, Milton, I don't know if you could bring it over. I don't know if it's too late. It's these two older Portuguese gentlemen standing on the corner at Chaves Market. They didn't know I took the picture. They didn't know anything.
Really?
And all you see is the little counter with like the charisse, the car, and the this, the that, and they're just hanging on the corner. I was actually at a stop sign, and I saw those men, I grabbed my camera and I took a shot. Boom. And that's the photo. It's probably one of my because it's telling you that story.
Yeah,
you know
my computer's froze right now.
Yeah, right. That's cool. That's cool. Well, we just go to Facebook.
About the coronavirus.
Yeah, right.
No.
But yeah, so that's what I do. I just see it. Like sometimes I'll be driving, I'll stop and I'll see something and I'll just take a photo of it. You know. So.
How are we making out over there, Millie?
Still frozen.
Still frozen. Yeah, I don't think we're.
Don't you worry, boys. You guys are still live.
Oh,
yeah?
we're live.
Oh,
Yeah, we're still live.
all right. Cool.
Yeah, we're just.
Maybe if you minus it down.
That's what I'm trying to do right now.
Sorry about the little technical difficulty, guys, but you know, when you're running a lot of shit, it tends to happen. You know, anybody can usually can let you know that, but we're in the progress of upgrading. We're doing a lot of big things in the studio, you know. The big guy's trying to take this to a whole nother level, and I'm telling you, it's already getting there. And if you guys haven't heard of the big guy yet, his name's Mike Karen. You can check him out at Mike Karen's Podcast City on Facebook. You can also check him out on the 4 of a Beat. There is, what other pages are there, Milton, of his? Of Mike's. There's Mike Karen's Podcast City, 4 of a Beat. That's the only two right now. Well, yeah, that's the only two that he's working with. But check him out. You know, the guy's got a lot of knowledge. He speaks a lot of truth on his show. I know a lot of you guys can relate to him. But hopefully when this freeze ends here, we can portray a couple more photos.
Oh, yeah, that's cool. We can continue. Oh, I think it's going all right. Yeah,
It's slowly.
Yeah.
We are on, I think, now.
Yep.
Yeah, we're live, I think, now. Now it's moving. I think we're good now.
All right, cool.
Once again, sorry about that, guys. But not to interrupt, don't forget, like, subscribe, and share.
There's still
the
time.
page.
There's still time to win.
We are giving away another $10 Amazon gift card, but you need to like, subscribe, and share. The person with the most shares and the most likes on their post is going to win the $10 Amazon by the end of the live, because Fabio's over here checking on the system to see who has the most shares out there. But getting back to Elder Man, I noticed Milton popped out the photos there, right?
That's cool.
Was it because
that's
of the
all right.
photos?
Yeah.
But that's all right.
Not a big deal. You know, just go to the Facebook.
Exactly.
Sousa Image Works on Facebook.
But getting back to that, you know, for those of you who are looking for his services, I know right now it's a little tough because of the pandemic and this whole social distancing and everything.
The background is one of his pictures right there.
But the background is one of his pictures too. That's actually a photo booth, which that's pretty cool. He had a little story about that. But for those of you who are looking for work for a wedding, photography for a wedding, a newborn baby, or just a simple photo shoot for a music album, whatever it is you're looking for, this is the man you need to contact. This guy's vision of his work is out of the planet. He has great quality. You know, his prices are very budget friendly. You know, you cannot go wrong. So for those of you who are trying to find him, you can reach out to him. What's your Facebook page?
Facebook.com/Sousa Image Works.
Sousa Image Works. He also has an office that he has opening up. It's a new office he just got, but because of what's going on right now, there's a little delay to it. So he's still in the process of building it up, doing what he has to do. But once that's up and open, you guys can stop by his office. But don't forget, look him up on Facebook at Sousa Image Works. I'm not sure if you have maybe
Instagram's on
you
there.
have an Instagram also?
It's Sousa_image_works.
There you go.
So it's all underscore.
So going back to that, anything you need, hit him up. And I'm telling you guys, you're not going to be disappointed. So we're going to take another little break. We'll come back. We'll shoot the shit. Hit another few topics, whatever comes up to mind with you guys. We're going to give it a little break. Maybe we'll show you guys the rally that was going on in Fall River for a few minutes. And let me know what you guys think about the whole thing. I know in the first few minutes you'll see the crazy lady going off on the people in the car. But you guys let me know what you think about it. Off to a little break.
We won't go home. We want chorizo. Frisk every morning. We want chorizo.
Pop
six every morning.
I'm
We want
disappointed in that.
chorizo.
I'm like disgusted at that.
Yeah, it's a little crazy, man. I drove by it a few times, like I said. I don't know if you guys actually heard in the beginning of
I
that
didn't
live
even go
video.
there.
The lady with the green vest there. I guess a car had drove by, and they rolled down their window and they turned to her and they said, "What about the?" Excuse me. What about the elderly people that are dying? And her response was, "They're already on their way out anyways. Who cares?" And then to other cars that are coming by that are beeping, waving high, she's saying, "God bless." Now, to me, that's not being very godly. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? You guys have every right to believe what you want to believe, because I believe in a lot of things that you guys were saying during that rally, but it's the way you approached it. Especially the way she approached that officer who was there. You seen that, right? The EMT.
Yeah, the EMT, yeah. You know what? But to give credit where credit is due, when I was there were people who were protesting who actually thanked them for her service. Like she's the only one that I saw that was kind of nasty to him.
Well, it was kind of messed up. The guy wasn't even saying nothing, and her whole point was that she was basically saying was she's been out of work for 2 months. He's still working because he's supposedly essential, but he's not essential to her children.
Until they drown and he's got.
He's basically a public servant.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what he's there for. In case something happens, an emergency, something happens at home with your kids, he's the one that's going out there to make sure he's going to.
Wrong tree.
She was barking at the wrong tree.
Yeah.
I think she was just trying to. She was just trying to like make her voice be heard and go viral online, whatever it is, knowing she was being recorded. But she should have just stood home and saved her bed. Oh, an event. But all right, guys, we're gonna start wrapping it up now. So I'm gonna like to thank my guest of the night, Mr. Elder from Sousa Imageworks Production. Sousa Imageworks.
Yep.
Imageworks. So once again, any of you guys looking for photography done, he is the man you want to reach out to. I promise you, the work will be 100%. So I'd like to thank all you guys for viewing. Don't forget, we still have that $10 gift card to hand out, but the only way I can find out who shared the most times is after ending the live. I'll go back and we'll take a look at it and see whoever shared it the most times. Whoever shared it the most, we'll go back and we'll put your name inside of the video so you know that you won, and then you can send us a message. But once again, I'd like to thank you, Elder.
Hey, thanks for having me.
I'd like to thank my boy right here.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
I hope you guys get used to seeing this beautiful face, because he's going to be here every day with me, unless he leaves his windows open again overnight and his car gets flooded with rain.
I did not leave my windows open. The wife left the windows open.
Always blaming on the wife.
Simple much culpa when he's fashionably late.
I can't.
But I love Fabio. He's my boy, man. We're going to have a segment actually coming up about just me and him, because for those of you who don't know us.
Is that the Wake and Bake show?
No, not the Wake and Bake. But it's going to be about 2FK, our group, because we had a group back in from 2008.
Pop idol.
Boy,
Portuguese pop
you
idol.
shut your mouth. You know pop idol. You're a malasada. The malasadas are stale right now because there's no fastas. But it is what it is. But once again, thank you guys for viewing. Like, subscribe, share, and I will come back and I will post who the winner is. Thank you all so much, and may God be with you.
Good night, folks.
Much love.
Good night.
mulasada. Dentro do carro, quero sentir sua presença ao meu lado. Galera dança, vou todo elevado. Batendo o pé, vem pro meu lado. Pule a vela, você me mata. Curtinho belo, cozinho de gata. Ela requebra, guru de raça. Olhando para ela, tempo te passa. Feel my touch, don't feel my lust. I got that desire for you. Now come on, baby, come on, boo. I got that sweetness here for you. Hot, fresh, nothing but the best. We got that style, that swag in the bag. I'm that best you ever had. So come on, feel my lips, come feel my soul. Tenderness, that taste, turning passion, burning hearts, working to a bust that fire burning. Fresh like a mulasada. 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 Sente beat dentro do carro. Quero sentir sua presença ao meu lado. Galera dança, vou todo elevado. Batendo o pé, vem pro meu lado. Pule a vela, você me mata. Curtinho belo, cozinho de gata. Ela requebra, guru de raça. Olhando para ela, tempo te passa. Feel my touch, don't feel my lust. I got that desire for you. Now come on, baby, come on, boo. I got that sweetness here for you. Hot, fresh, nothing but the best. We got that style, that swag in the bag. I'm that best you ever had. So come on, feel my lips, come feel my soul. Tenderness, that taste, turning passion, burning hearts, working to a bust that fire burning. Fresh like a mulasada. 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 Fresh like a mulasada.